bed, I just keep it going. I'm kinda like I'm reading orders. Depth pool, got a fight and it full of high hopes. Look at my flow, DLM, man, keep it liquid, it's never not so. Hold up like, whoa, talking about slippers, bro, I don't even know that hoe. Easy in this pizza, they get fees, a little bacon, start the vault until the cheese is done. Fools are paying me like I don't even go to beach, I'd rather be here on the feet or something. Best believe it's decent, wavy when I see secret chillin' in the deep end. Every weekend, see me, you can depend on it, cause I mean it. Coming up, you can even find a way to flood it up. You done enough, 10% stimulate and run it up. Point system looking like a flying where they won't miss a solid contribution. Could've pointed out enough. I met up with Matt, had a really good chat. He's telling me bet LP Army does laps, that orbit does this media's headed when no one's expecting and we watching it happen, hey. In a pool of Meteora, watch me swim, swap a bed, I just keep it going. I'm kinda like I'm reading orders. Depth pool, got a fight and it full of high hopes. Look at my flow, DLM, man, keep it liquid, it's never not so. Hold up like, whoa, talking about slippers, bro, I don't even know that hoe. Easy in this pizza, they get peas, a little bacon, start the ball until the cheese is done. Fools paying me like I don't even go to the beach, I'd rather be here on the feet or something.
All right. What is going on, everybody? GMET. How are you?
Man, I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing great as well. All right. Welcome to this week's community call. Today is the 17th of April, and I think this is our 7th community call. So, if you've been here since our first call, you're a real one. Shout out to you. And the setup is a bit different today. Usually we will have Soju coming on to kick things off, but today I just wanted all the attention to myself. So I told him, I'm just kicking you out. No, I'm just joking. He's tending to some family duties, so you'll see him again next week. But for now, you'll be accompanied by me. In case you didn't know, my name is Mir, and I am the LP Army Mexi in Meteora. So, speaking of LP Army, we've got quite a bit to cover on today's agenda. We're going to cover some of the updates of the week as we normally do, and then we're gonna we'll have one of the team members, Shane from the team, coming on to spill some alpha about the alpha vaults. After which, we will cover some of the latest updates and our efforts to accelerate the LP Army. And towards the end, I'm also gonna bring up a special guest to talk about some pretty exciting proposals. And when we end things off as well, we're gonna have Mario, our very own LP Army lead, unveiling a very super exciting announcement. So yeah, quite a lot to unpack today. So let's get into it. Right. So for this week's update, advanced boot camps. So earlier this week, our instructors kickstarted, the second advanced boot camp, hosted by our lead instructor himself, Heavy Metal Cook, who is also with us. The boot camp kind of featured a few LP superstars like Batman, as well as the legendary Mythical Potato. Shout out to Mythical Potato. And throughout the stream, they kind of shared some alpha about their DLMM techniques, and they also gave some tips on kind of how to level up your LP in game. So maybe HMC, how was the boot camp? I know you were there as well. You were hosting with them. How are you feeling about the advanced boot camp?
Well, I thought it was really awesome. I mean, I got nothing but positive feedback, and really thank you so much to Mythical Potato and Batman for coming, as well as the other guys who helped out, Alex, Chief, and it was actually Geek Lad. Mario couldn't make it, but and one of the great things was, even like Mythical Potato and Batman, we were exploring different things and hearing their different processes. Even they learned something. So even, a very experienced DGen might be like, oh, I've never seen that tool before. This is cool. Or, I learned something or a new technique. And it was just really amazing. And one of the things that I love about doing the advanced bootcamp is, it's a little bit more dynamic and free flowing. We have a plan, but it allows for a lot of conversation. and just like, all right, let's go down this rabbit hole and answer this question or explore this thing. To me, it was really great format. And I think everybody had a really good time. We covered a lot of info, and people leveled up, I think. So we're gonna keep going. Haven't decided on the next topic yet, but it'll be something cool that I think everybody will benefit from. And it's again out there on the Meteora YouTube, easy to find. The as well as the Advanced Boot Camp #1, which was on pool creation. That was some months ago, but all that's out on YouTube. You can find it there anytime. Yeah,
absolutely. Some serious alpha being spilled in the advanced bootcamp, the second advanced bootcamp. So if you're interested, the video is available, the live stream is available on YouTube and on X as well. So hopefully, depending on things like the changing meta or the changing market sentiment, hopefully we'll be able to see a third session of the advanced bootcamp soon. But fingers crossed. Okay.
Yep.
Next up, the bounty submissions for the dynamic AMM launch guide is over. I think it's close to over. But we got some great, super detailed entries so far by the community. And, the team's going to have a more thorough look at them, and we'll select our winners by the end of the week. So stay tuned. All right, very important. Now, next we covered two very extensive case studies of our Launchpad partners, Eliza OS, as well as Pump.Science, utilizing dynamic AMM v2 in order to build a kind of like custom mechanism for their own token launches. So, just to do a quick cover of these two case studies. The Eliza OS team, just to cover that case study first, the Eliza OS team, they had a really innovative set of requirements around the dynamic AMM's fee redistribution mechanism. And what they wanted to unlock is kind of that ability to transfer the ownership of locked liquidity like via an NFT. So this is especially great for unlocking some potential possibilities like community takeovers, where you can reassign the kind of revenue stream to a completely new wallet, or if teams want to fractionalize and distribute the revenue stream across various stakeholders, right? So the dynamic AMM v2 will allow them to do that, and so we covered that and more in our case study with Eliza OS. So you can check it out on the full article on Medium if you're interested in the full details. Now, we also covered a detailed case study with Pump.Science, and this was also a very interesting case study. When it comes to token launches, one of the key things that teams is looking for is a sniper-resistant mechanism. So, in other words, there should be no unfair benefit participating in a token launch using a bot compared to just using their UI. So that's what they were looking for, and they were kind of able to utilize dynamic AMM v2's fee scheduler to kind of implement a high dynamic fee at launch, starting at about 99%, which then drops over time. So, speaking about anti-sniper mechanisms, Meteora has actually developed quite a number of mechanisms to combat botting or sniper activity. And one of the key features that a lot of teams use is you may have heard it before. It's the Alpha Vault. Some of you were probably there for some of these launches. For example, the cloud launch, that was one of the notable launches utilizing the Alpha Vault, as well as a few other notable launches as well. And on that note, I actually want to bring up one of Meteora's product connoisseurs, as well as the ops and vibes officers of Meteora. So I'm going to quickly bring up Shane into the stage here as well, and we're going to yoink HMC out for a while. Hi, Shane. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you, Mir.
All right.
Everyone,
Well,
this is
tell us
Shane.
about Vault.
Yep. As Mir accurately pointed out earlier with the Pump.Science case study, one of the key pain points for token launches and token launch pads is the ever presence of sniper bots, right? Ready at launch to take up a bulk of the initial supply and then quickly make a profit selling to the market and at the expense of the community, right? And it's extremely detrimental to the chart, of course, and also to the project itself and community building as a whole, because it really prevents widespread distribution of the token. And the bots are very mercenary and have an unfair advantage when it comes to token launches. So Meteora has been building anti-bot tag since last year. There's another weapon in the arsenal apart from dynamic fees and the fee scheduler in DMV2 that token teams can use, right, for their token launches. And this is the Alpha Vault. Right, so this is a brainchild of team members like Sudoku and Tien. Shout out to them. The key idea for an Alpha Vault is to allow genuine supporters of the token project to be able to buy tokens before the sniper bots, right? To front run the sniper bots, allowing them to deposit first and buy first, right? And some of the key benefits and features of how the Alpha Vault works. Maybe the next slide, please. Yes, is first of all, being able to allow users to deposit USDC or SOL into an Alpha Vault program. And this program is whitelisted, right, to buy from the pool before the pool starts trading, and thus before sniper bots are able to come in. And allowing them to do that would, remove the advantage the sniper bots have over retail buyers. And it also gives a fairer distribution in terms of the tokens that are purchased by the vault, because all depositors in the Alpha Vault would eventually get the tokens at the same price. And the amount of tokens they get is proportionate to the deposit amount in the vault relative to other depositors. And for token teams, another important reason why they might want to consider Alpha Vault, right, as another tool to mitigate against sniper attacks is the flexibility when it comes to configuring the parameters with the Alpha Vault. So they are able to choose whether they receive community deposits in SOL or USDC in the vault. They are able to set the max buy cap that the vault can buy from the pool, the token lockup, as well as the vesting period. So this helps them align their interests and incentives with their wider community, allowing genuine supporters of them to buy into the vault, right? But they get the tokens only at a later date, right? So only genuine supporters are encouraged, right, to buy through the Alpha Vault. There's also different Alpha Vault modes like pro rata or first come first serve. So to give you a very quick example of how the Alpha Vault works. So in this example, it's using the pro rata mode for the Alpha Vault. The Alpha Vault and the pool is created, deposits open, but the pool is not tradable yet, right? So the Alpha Vault allows anyone, right, to deposit into the vault, and during the deposit period. Once the deposit period closes, the Alpha Vault will then be the first to buy from the pool, and using the USDC or SOL, right, that has been collected earlier from depositors. So once there's the tokens in the vault, it will then distribute it to users who deposited earlier at the same price, and users get the tokens proportionate to the deposit amount relative to other depositors. And in the pro rata type of Alpha Vault, if there are deposits that exceed the vault max cap, users are then able to withdraw any unused USDC or SOL that they can use to buy the tokens like later, right? So in this example, after the pool starts trading, 2 days later, right? This is these parameters are configurable by the token team. But in this example, 2 days later, tokens can be claimed by the depositors, as this encourages genuine supporters to be the ones that deposit the Alpha Vault and buy tokens through the Alpha Vault, because they don't get the tokens right at trading, but they get it, after a 2-day cliff, and perhaps vested over another 7 days before they get all the tokens unlocked and claimable. So this is a very simple example of how the Alpha Vault works, how it mitigates against sniper attacks and aligns the interests of the team with the community. So last week, DAM V2 was launched, right? And it possesses two features that are anti-sniper. One is the dynamic fees, one is the fee scheduler. Alpha Vault will soon also be able to be tied to a DAM V2 pool. So if you launch a DAM V2 pool with an Alpha Vault, you get to have dynamic fees, the fee scheduler, as well as the anti-sniper Alpha Vault mechanisms for your launch. So these different features help token teams mitigate against sniper attacks as much as possible. Sniper Alpha Vault has already been live for DLMM and DMV1 since last year May, and many big token launches have used the Alpha Vault. For example, Cloud, I mentioned earlier, the Bridge, Sonic, Divin, Uprock as well. So yeah, if you are a token team that is interested in launching with anti-sniper tech, take a look at our docs into DM V2 and the Alpha Vault as well.
Absolutely, serious alpha, and thank you so much, Shane, for the detailed breakdown of like how Alpha Vault works. And if you're interested in utilizing either Dynamic AMM V2 or the Alpha Vault, as with the case studies as well, to kind of create a custom launch mechanism for your own platforms or for your own teams, all of these details are also covered in the Meteora launch guide, which you can find at launch.meteora.ag. Right, and with that, Shane, any last words you have?
No. Let's go.
All right. Thank you for joining us. Now, moving on to the next section. Let's now talk about some updates towards growing the LP army. So, big news. You might have already seen some of the leads posting this on Twitter, but starting today or yesterday, we will be accelerating the growth of 3 very special initiatives. That is the bootcamp led by HMC, the LP Army Discord server, as well as the X account led by Mario, and lastly, everyone's favorite, the LP Army tools created by Alex. I'd also like to bring them up on stage just so they can accompany me here. Hello, guys. How are you guys doing?
Hey, everyone.
Hi. Hey, guys. All right. Now, over the next few weeks, you'll see us, accelerating the growth of these initiatives, and with additional resources as well as funding from the team, we'll also work to kind of grow the LP Army channels, like the Discord server and the X account. The LP Army Bootcamp as well, working to expand it across, more channels and across maybe possibly a more extensive curriculum, as well as growing the infrastructure for LP Army tooling, the tooling ecosystem. All right, so HMC, Mario, and Alex, maybe you guys want to do a quick sharing about what you guys have lined up over the next few weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I could go. Well, obviously, bootcamp doesn't ever stop, right? We keep doing that every single month. Going to add more languages. We're going to do advanced bootcamp more regularly, more often. So new topics, things that people want to hear about. So what I'm doing is I'm looking at the feedback from the community, or the questions that people have, or even the questions that people have during regular bootcamp that are too advanced for regular bootcamp. Things like that we're going to take, and I'm going to go out and I'm going to find some of the best people out there for these topics, and we're gonna push, and we're gonna have fun with these things. So that's great. I may have some of my own little maybe boot camp kind of contest or something go on. We'll flesh out the details of that, but yeah, it's I'm all about the education. I'm all about leveling people up, helping to grow the LP Army, see more and more privates join us, and people learn all about the power of LP and making real money there. So that's what we're going.
Absolutely. And Paul Gross says we need advanced boot camps every week at HMC. We'll see if we can pull that off.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Any words from Mario or Alex?
Yeah, I'll go next. So LP Army Discord has been working pretty well so far. We have had quite a few profitable calls in the last week, and I hope this will continue. As far as plans for the next few weeks go, we have just started our first competition. More on that later. But the goal is to have some activities that we do together as a community to strengthen the bonds, and just to stick around even when the market is bad. So more competitions, more activities for the community, something fun to do. That's my plan, and just grow and build this thing together.
Absolutely. Really exciting stuff. Alex also has a couple of updates that he might want to share later in a bit, so I'll save that for later as well. But yeah, so these are some of the initiatives that we're going to kickstart, and we're going to continue to accelerate for the growth of the LP Army. So thank you guys for hopping on, and we're going to move on to the next section as well. All right. So speaking of proposals, I do want to take a moment right now to just thank everyone so much for actively, sharing your thoughts and your feedback, and helping our leads, refine their vision for their initiatives. This is the kind of discussion that we need to continue having for a while, and everyone's voice is crucial and important for helping the LP Army grow. And on the topic of community as well. We also had a number of folks, kind of expressing some very valid concerns around funding these initiatives. So who's paying? Is this some kind of like DAO fund, or is this coming from the team? So to quickly address this, we are still in the early stage of growing the LP Army. So, these funds are purely in USDC for all of the folks who are leading initiatives, and this is purely from the team's treasury. So I think the point of doing this is to kind of support and kickstart a few initiatives and set up like a working system of supporting more ideas to grow the LP Army even before we start initializing any form of like a DAO or a governance process before like down the line. And I think the early stages would be the team will be helping to support and to promote experimentation. And when the DAO is more capitalized and more initiated, then it can take over like more of the funding responsibilities. So that means the team members like myself and Soju, we're gonna have to be fairly closely involved in kind of making the final call towards these initiatives being kickstarted or not. But with that said, we also need the help and the recommendations of some of the folks who kind of know what gaps there are in the LP Army, have been OG members of the LP Army, and they also, have a lot of skin in the game as well. So, with that, we want to introduce a new kind of experiment in what we call this like a pre-DAO recommendation system. So, these are mainly made up of the folks who already have like a formalized, full-fledged initiative, and we'll be starting with HMC, Mario, and Alex. So, Heavy Metal Cook, Mario, and Alex, they've been bouncing off a lot of ideas with members of the community as well. And actually, one of the great ideas that Alex had was to kind of put this proposal process or like a potential grant process in one place. And with that, I do want to introduce a new lparmy.com page. So this will be, the first iteration of the LP Army page, driven by Alex, as well as some as well as some members of the LP Army. And he's going to be slowly working to roll out more updates to the page. And let me just bring Alex up on stage as well.
Yes,
Hey,
hello
Alex.
guys. So
Hey, Alex.
this is the first version on our app, and I want to check it, to send me some feedbacks here for DMs. And the main goal of this page is to keep you informed what we do, what happened, and our grants and initiatives that we have. And at the same time, this page should be used by new users to see some strategies, events, and helpers to be more successful, because the meta is changing every day, and I will try to keep you updated with this new page. This is absolutely for our community, and I hope you will like it.
Absolutely, amazing stuff. And Alex is. I'm going to work closely with him to slowly roll out more updates to the page, and this will slowly take over the LP Army page foundation that was set by the team. And it makes more sense as well to continue developing the page by LPs for LPs. So speaking of for LPs as well, one of the things that we want to highlight on the page is the new grants format that we'll be trying out. So as we mentioned, we want to have an abundance of both small scale initiatives, but at a global scale, and also full-fledged initiatives like what our three friends are currently leading right now. So what we'll kind of do is reorganize the grants into two. So we'll have one section, a small scale proposal section with a form for you to kind of describe what you want to do and how much of micro grants you will need, up to 750 USDC. So this will be perfect for people who want to organize, say, things like making short form content or trying out a new live streaming format, or IRL onboarding events, like what was done by our friends at Meteora. Shout out to Phobos and shout out to Kelebek as well for the recent in-person bootcamp that was done at a local Turkish university. So amazing work done by them. And also other initiatives done by folks like Richard King alongside Super Team Canada as well. If you can't really commit to a kind of large scale initiatives, maybe you have a day job or you have other commitments, you can always propose some smaller initiatives. And I think the main point we're kind of driving here is that every effort counts to grow the LP Army. And we don't want it to be like only skewed towards full-fledged initiatives. If you don't want to overthink it, you just want to create like a simple onboarding event for folks who maybe want to try out LPing on Meteora. Every effort counts to grow the LP Army. And if this is something you're interested in, you can head over to the microgrants section on lparmy.com, which will lead you to a form to share a bit more about what you have in mind. Yeah, shout out to Rich King. He's been doing some amazing work with Ultra LP as well as his efforts on the ground. So that's that for the small scale proposals, right? But there's another section that also covers the current process that we've been pushing forth with proposals for much larger, more organized initiatives that will typically require a bigger commitment. But it will also be more impactful for the growth of the LP Army. So, this will be more for folks who have already tried out some initiatives and have built up a steady proof of work. And then now they want to take on a slightly bigger responsibility and lead their own initiative. So, this is where you will have to kind of prepare a slightly more concrete or more substantial proposal that will be published on proposals.meteora.ag. And then the rest of the LP Army can kind of hop on and bounce ideas, give some feedback and suggestions as well, because some of these initiatives, they might span across a longer period of time. So say a few weeks or even a few months. So we want to make sure that more of the community is also kind of bought into the idea before like the leads or the team can kind of decide to support and kickstart the initiative. Right. So On that note, yesterday, one of our LP Army mods actually published a proposal on a fairly new initiative that, in my opinion, might actually have some very positive effects, both for Meteora's launch ecosystem as well as the LP Army. So to kind of learn more about his proposal, we've invited him to join us today to share a bit more about it. And moving on to the next section, I'd like to introduce Yusuf to share more about his proposal with us. Yusuf, how are you?
I'm good, Amir. Thank you for asking. Hey guys, what's up? I'm Yusuf, and if you have been following the Meteora Discord or the proposals page or my Twitter profile, you'll see that I published a proposal on the page on proposals.meteora.ag yesterday, covering a new and quite interesting initiative.
Absolutely. Yusuf has been a long-time member and mod of the LP Army.
Exactly.
He's worked on various initiatives over the past few months, like LP Army Jams, as well as the LP Alpha sessions. But you recently reached out to me saying that there's this big opportunity in developing a kind of structured curriculum to teach builders and developers about the Meteora product suite.
Exactly. So I really want to answer like 3 questions, today, right? First one being, who am I and what have I done, right? I'm Yusuf. I'm an LP Army modder, of course, and I've been an LP Army mod for almost a year. I think it's actually close to a year now since we started, growing the LP Army. I've contributed to various different initiatives, ranging from the initial boot camps to LP Jams to LP Alpha, and just trying to help and grow the community with what I can offer of experience, right? So yeah, that's a bit about who I am, right? So my proposal here, right? It's named Launch Bootcamp and Initiative Trial. So what I'm writing here with my proposal is that I am proposing a launch bootcamp and a public thread system. The purpose with the launch bootcamp will be to make solid content that will help communities and founders that want to launch using the different Meteora tools that are mentioned on launch.meteora.ag. So that's the purpose of the launch bootcamp, right? The purpose of the launch or the public thread system is to essentially provide a transparent and public system in which where the community can see all the communications between projects and communities and the Meteora team and I. I think this is extremely important. When you look at the past few weeks and months of what has happened with different launches, and that's why I really came up with this idea as well. So yeah, that's why, and I really hope and feel like these 2 different initiatives can help further grow launches on Meteora in a transparent and PPP manner, right? Because that's what we're all for, essentially. So yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, absolutely. And what I'm proposing here is a trial period. Okay, so essentially, I'll be working on this 1 month, and for this 1 month here, I'll have 3 specific goals to fulfill. The first one being to create the bootcamp content, the different slides and stuff like that. Make sure it's solid and filled with good quality content. The second one being to exercise on 1 bootcamp this month, probably in a few weeks. And the third one being to reach out to founders and make sure that this bootcamp and this initiative is publicized in the right way, right? So that everyone who wants to launch on Meteora knows about this initiative and can basically just attend it in a smooth process.
Absolutely. So this would be a great opportunity to kind of bridge the knowledge gap and build on top of the Meteora launch guide, so more developers and more builders can understand the ins and outs of the Meteora product suite.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Awesome stuff. All right, so this proposal is live on the Meteora proposals forum under the Let's Grow Met section. So I urge everyone to take a look at it, share any feedback or any more ideas that you have that can maybe kind of refine the initiative even further, and then we'll kick things off.
Absolutely, yeah, guys. Provide me with whatever thought or change of idea that you think can further benefit this idea and initiative. That's really like the whole purpose with proposals.meteora.ag. That is to provide a proposal and then make it better with the help of the whole community and the whole LP army.
Absolutely. Amazing stuff, Yusuf. Thank you so much for coming and for sharing.
Thank you, Mir, for having me up.
All right. Thank you so much. See you. Okay. And, head over to the proposals.meteora.ag under the Let's Grow Met section. Take a look at the latest proposals that are there. Give them your feedback. And, everyone's voice, again, as I mentioned, is very, very important to grow the LP army. And so, I think we are nearing the end of this week's community call, but we have a very exciting last section, which is, let me also bring up Mario, our LP Army Growth connoisseur, on stage for this. Mario, what can you tell us?
Yeah, we're starting our first LP Army competition. This one is based on profitability, so it doesn't matter if you earn $500, $1,000, or $5. So it's based on the percentage. That's to make it fair for everyone. Minimum TVL is only $50. So we're kicking these things off, and this is just the start. I have further competitions already planned. They won't always be the same. We want to mix it up to make it interesting. There could be meme competitions and a lot more things to create bonds in the community, because when these times in the market come and when it's tough for everyone, we are still together, and even now we make pretty decent money. So that's my goal, just to keep the community together. And I hope these competitions will create some bonds. Maybe we could bring Chief on to talk about his ideas about that LP program that he suggested. So I think that would also be a good idea. But yeah, these competitions hopefully will give us some growth, much needed growth, and keep the community active.
Absolutely. If Prosper enters the competition, I think he'll probably just do a full sweep of all of the rewards, man. So yeah, this is a part of kickstarting the initiative of the LP Army Growth and scaling initiative, and hopefully these competitions, as we can see in the chat as well, like a lot of people are excited about it, and hopefully these competitions can kind of continue to help accelerate the growth of the LP kind of community, regardless of where the market is. LPing, LPing together is always like one of the best things you can do. So yeah, very excited to kickstart this competition, and may the best PNL win.
Yeah, absolutely. There's also a channel on our LP Army Discord, LP Army competition channel. So if you have any ideas on what could potentially be the next competition, feel free to share your thoughts. And if you have some questions related to this challenge, also ask away in there.
Absolutely. Mythical Potato should be excluded too. I don't know. I mean, he's a good LP. But
yeah, he's a mod in LP Army Discord, so all of the mods and leads and anyone from the team is excluded. So that includes you too.
Absolutely, that excludes me as well. Unlucky. But all right. Wish everyone the best, and yeah, exactly. Wrecked, but all the best to everyone who is taking part in the competition, and again, may the best PNL win. And so with that, folks, that is all. That's a wrap for this week, and thank you so much for coming to this call. Let me just bring back Heavy Metal Cook and Alex, our leads as well. Guys, do you have any last words for the community?
I would just say, man, I'm really looking forward to seeing the negative 99. I'm really looking forward to seeing people win here with that. I can't wait to see the community come together and get excited together. You know, especially right now, seeing us party and win, and you know, good luck to everybody out there. You know, that's hopefully at the end of the day, you know, you also learn something and you improve your game trying to win. But you know, if you don't win this time, man, there'll be something else coming. Mario's cooking in the kitchen. So
Absolutely. Mario and Alex, any last words?
Yeah, I'll just add that the worst card will get 10k rank XP as, you know, as a gift from me.
nice.
That's a great consolation prize.
I just can say, let's go, boys.
Come again?
Just want to say, let's go, boys.
A man of
Alright.
many words.
Exactly. We all know Alex is a man of many words, and let's go. And indeed, let's go. And with that, thank you guys so much for tuning in this week, and I'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, thank you guys. See ya.
See
Take
you.
care.
Good.
Camp is about to begin. Rise up, it's time to log in. LP Army will teach you the way to be LP warriors starting this day. We live for the fees we make. Soon it is profits that you will take. The LP Army marches strong. The best in soul, and now we sing our song. We live for the fees we make. Soon it is profits that you will take. The LP Army marches strong. The best in soul, and now we sing our song. We are LP Army, rise to the sky. Dynamic is our battle cry. LP warriors will never die. Thereupon we will fly. Rise, new soldiers, rise. Rise, new soldiers, rise. Spot, copy, ask, use them all. Winning's the task, we heed the call. Who can join our ranks so tight? Listen to the Goose Gang and gain your might. We will print and we will earn. Waste of Danish tokens burn. Join the ranks of the brave and bold. Story of the LP Army told. We are LP Army, rise to the sky. Dynamic feeds our battle cry. LP warriors will never die. Thereupon we will fly. Rise, new soldiers, rise. Rise. Take the course and earn your role. March with us and earn some soul. Dodge the rug and join the fight. We gain together LP Army might. Make your position and join the pool. Post your wins with Alex's tool. LP Army, we fight to win. Your journey is about to begin. We are LP Army, rise to the sky. Dynamic feeds our battle cry. LP warriors will never die. Thereupon we will fly. Rise, new soldiers, rise. Take the course and earn your role. March with us and earn some soul. Dodge the rug and join the fight. We gain together